Welcome. In this video, I'm going to be reviewing the SmoothMove Prime medium size box. And I'm going to be comparing it to, I'll just do the size comparison first. This is a normal size banker's box. And there's also the SmoothMove Classic Medium. And these are not the same size. They're very similar, but they're not the same. You can see there's a major height difference. But otherwise, they're very similar in size. And I've also got the SmoothMove Prime large size, so we'll compare the medium and the large. So the SmoothMove Large Prime does have more depth to it, and it's a little bit taller. The exact measurements are in a spreadsheet that will be linked down below, which is free on my website. It's a comparison sheet where I did measurements of each of the thickness of the cardboard of each box. There's, I think, over a dozen now. I also measured their internal and external dimensions. So when you look at these things and you look at them on Amazon, they'll show you the internal dimensions, not the external dimensions. And those dimensions are not always accurate. So I personally measured all of them, and we'll take a look inside. So they don't have any top. You may be wondering, do these actually stack flat? And the answer is yes, they actually do stack pretty flat. So I was a little bit worried about that initially. Is this kind of weird top folding thing going to be an issue? Turns out it's not. So that's a key thing. But basically, the other nice thing is that you get some extra cushioning when you're carrying something heavy. And the key, this was actually a big surprise to me when I was reviewing the basic, medium, and heavy duty versions of the regular size banker's boxes. And I was surprised to learn that the cardboard is virtually identical in terms of thickness, no matter which version you get, and they just double or triple it up. So the classic SmoothMove is it's about 2.93 millimeters thick, whereas for the Prime boxes, it's 3.9. So it's significantly thicker, but it's not doubled up in terms of folding. It's not double ply on the sides, and so I think that's the reason why they do it. But they do feel really sturdy, and they are sturdy. The reason you would use these is for moving or for storage when you just have larger size stuff. As you get larger boxes, especially if you're not filling them completely full, you will have issues if you're putting a bunch of heavy stuff there and there isn't that support from the inside, crumpling. So putting really heavy stuff and also not filling it completely will cause issues. They don't give you information for these boxes on stacking them up high and putting heavy stuff in them. My experience is that they do support pretty heavy stuff and they do stack surprisingly well. So I was a little bit worried about that, but from my testing, they actually do hold up pretty well, but I'm also not putting super heavy stuff in them. So that's my overall piece on that. One issue that I did have is right here. It could just be an issue with the batch I got, but this piece was not the proper size. So it was too long. It shouldn't be, it shouldn't look like that. You can see on the other side it's the proper height. So not a major issue, but it shouldn't be, it should be bent over like that, and that's reducing the structural strength of it. So otherwise it looks very similar to your standard moving box or banker's box. You just, the way these come is, this is perforated right here. These two pieces are connected when it's flat. You rip that apart and then you fold these two pieces in. Then you fold this, and then you bring this and put it through the handle hole on each side, and then you're good to go. So overall, I was actually surprised the price for these is very similar. So I personally like these better. And so I'm going to be sticking to the SmoothMove Classic for everything except really heavy stuff. And so that's kind of where I came out on reviewing these, but they are very similarly priced. The Prime ones are a little bit thicker. They are a little bit bigger, so there may be some object where you just need a little bit more space, and so you will have to go up to the Prime versions. But yeah, overall no major complaints. And the biggest question mark was, do they hold up when you're stacking them up? Can they have a fair amount of weight and stack 3, 4, 5 of them high? And the answer is yes. If you're looking to integrate these into a larger organization system, I have both a basic level and a very advanced level system, where if you've got multiple homes, or you've got a home office and a work office, and maybe storing stuff in the attic, in the basement, in a storage unit, and you want to just keep everything organized, I have a system for that. And that's part of the reason why I've done all this research and done all of these reviews. And I'm really the only person who's done this kind of comparative analysis and measurements of all these different things, because you need this kind of information to really have a well-organized system. And the big thing with using these boxes is that they allow you to use vertical space a lot better, and use just space in general better, more efficiently, and not waste a ton of space. There's also a dolly system that I've developed and perfected, where you can put these things, you can stack them up and put them on wheels and move them around, so you can even better utilize space and put things in there more compactly, but still be able to access things easily. So that's part of the course. And there'll be a link down below, but you can also email me at support@timothykenny.com. And I or one of my reps will get back to you with information on the various systems that I have available and how you can get access to those. If you like this kind of information or want to learn more about my productivity systems, I teach productivity, accelerated learning, time management / planning, organization systems. This is part of a larger system that organizes not just your household stuff, objects. You know, these big boxes can be good for clothing, bedding, holiday decorations, bigger stuff. I also have a whole system of bags, because when you put this stuff in storage, attic, basement, whatever, it can be exposed to some amount of moisture, but also just dust can accumulate and can get inside those little holes over time. So you do actually want to bag things before you put them in the box, and it can be difficult to find the larger size bags, you know, the 5, 8, 10 gallon and larger size bags to keep your stuff protected. And so I've got a system for all that and reviewed all that kind of stuff. So if you want to get that stuff implemented, email me, support@timothykenny.com, and just, you know, subscribe, like this video, comment down below if you want to get, if you have any questions, if there's other products you'd like me to review, and check out the rest of my YouTube channel and my website, which will be linked down below. There's also a playlist where I've reviewed a bunch of other Bankers boxes and competitors, Amazon Basics, Staples brand, and other productivity stuff, as well as book reviews. I've got the #1 review on Walter Isaacson's biography of Elon Musk, for example, and some other major biographies, and other just major productivity books. So there's a lot of stuff on the YouTube channel. Some of my courses are free on the YouTube channel. You can check those out as well. So I'll leave it there. And definitely check out that playlist if you want to get a comparison. Check out the free spreadsheet, which I'll be keeping updated over time and adding new material to. And I'll leave it there and see you next video.